Okay everyone, so now it's time to make our warm and cool colour monsters. And to do this project, you will need some coloured paper. Now if you don't have coloured paper, you can always use white paper and colour it later on. And if you see, I'm going to use coloured card. You can see here that I have got the warm colours, and here I've got the cold colours. So if you do have cards, you may want to use warm colours or cold colours. It's up to you, but it's not essential, okay? I also have oil pastels, a glue stick, a pencil and scissors. So let's get started, year one. So the first thing I need to do is think about my colours. Now we have talked about warm colours. The warm colours are on one side of the colour wheel like this. And they are the colours that make you think of fire, of sun, of all those things that are hot. So we've got yellow, oranges, reds and pinks. The cool colours are on the other side of the colour wheel, and they are all the things that make you think of the cold, like ice and rain. And here we have purples and blues and greens, different tones of those colours. So what would be good is if you decide to do either a cold colour monster or a warm coloured monster. I'm going to choose to do a warm coloured monster, and I'm going to use orange as the monster's body, okay, his head. So here I go. First of all, I'm going to use curves in the corners of my paper. So I'm just going to cut those by creating a curved shape with my scissors like that. And I'm going to do that in each corner. Now you don't have to do curves. I'm going to do curves for my monster, but you might choose to do zigzags in the corner. So you could cut your paper like this and do each of the corners in turn. It's up to you how you do the sides of your monster's head. Is all up to you. Okay, so I have got a cold colour monster and I have a warm coloured monster. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is to choose the colours that you need for your monster. Now I'm doing a warm coloured monster here, so I can choose the red, yellow, orange pastels. If you have pink as well or purple, you can use those. If you were doing a cold colour monster, you might choose the blues, the whites, the white and green, okay? So think carefully about what sort of colours you're going to use, warm or hot. Now, here goes. I'm going to start decorating my monster. And to do this, I want to use line to break my monster into sections, to divide my monster into sections. So for my warm colour monster, I'm going to do some straight lines. I'm going to do a straight line across there, straight line across there, straight line across there. And I think I'm going to do one more line down here. And you can see I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different areas. And in each of those areas, I'm going to add a different type of pattern. Now, if you were wanting to do a different type of line for your monster, maybe you could use a swirly curved line like this. And this is making lots of sections as well. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections, and in each of those I can do a different pattern. So let's get going. One of my favorite types of pattern is a spiral. So in this section I'm going to add spiral patterns. Okay, and in between each spiral you need to remember to leave space. Then in this section I think I might do dots. And you might want to add different colours into your dots, like this. Now remember, you're sticking with your cold or your warm colours. I think now I'm going to add zigzag shapes. And then I'm going to put diamond shapes in the middle of those, like this. Okay? And what you need to do, year one, is you need to have a different pattern in each one of these sections. Okay? So you might have diamonds, you could have, let me think, dashed lines like this. And in between those dashed lines, I'm going to put a dot. You might want to change the colour around to give you another pattern. You could use wavy lines. Now we've talked quite a lot about different types of line, year one, so use your imagination to come up with all sorts of line patterns, okay? And remember to stick to your colours. If you've chosen warm colours, use warm colours. If you've chosen cold colours, use cold colours. So after you've done that, what you will want to do is colour in your patterns, so that your monster's body is covered in lovely bright colours, just like we saw in the street art we looked at earlier. And remember to keep using either the warm colours or the cold colours, depending on what you chose to use. Okay? So you decorate any way you want to, and then you fill in with your patterns. Okay? Now, I'm not going to finish that off, but you will do. So take your time, stop the video and complete your patterns. The next thing you need to do is create the facial features of the monster, the eyes, the nose, the mouth. So I'm going to create 2 eyes. Again, I'm going to use my warm colours. I'm going to create 1 big eye by drawing just round a lid, and I'm going to create 1 small eye. Now, remember, you can use white paper if you want to. I'm going to cut those eyes out. And then I'm going to think about how to decorate them. So you might want to, for example, you might want to add an eyebrow or an eyelid on the eye. So you could make a funny looking eye like this. And then once you're happy with your eyes, you can stick them down. Now, in Fetus's art, the street artist Fetus, each one of his eyes is different. So try to make sure that each of your eyes is different. And then I'm going to add a big eye shape here. Going to colour in red there. And over here, I'm going to do a big starry yellow eye with an orange centre. Okay, so there are his eyes. You might want to make eyebrows. You might want to make a square nose, a zigzag nose. You might want to make a big mouth. You might want to give your monster glasses or a moustache. It's up to you to decide how you want to decorate your monster. So I'm going to give my monster a zigzag mouth. And then I'm going to add some details, some lines to go on that zigzag mouth. Okay. So I might stick my monster zigzag mouth here. I might make him a big triangular nose. I might give him glasses. And then I'm going to add some teeth. You could add some nostrils. You decide how to decorate your monster. And then what we will do is once you've finished your monsters, we will stick them all together to make a big display. Okay, but use your own ideas. Think about how you'd like to decorate your monster, and think carefully about the types of line you would like to use in the background. Okay, year one, I can't wait to see your finished monsters. Bye for now.